Pac-Man World Repacked is a remaster of the 1999 3D platformer and PlayStation exclusive Pac-Man World. While Pac-Man World would go on to get more sequels, 2 and 3, this is just a remaster of the very first game. And, well, a game made in 1999, does it hold up today? Is Pac-Man World Repacked worth it? In this video, I'm just going to be going over Pac-Man World as someone who's never played the original series, neither 1, 2, or 3. And of course, we're going to be going over a review on the game, how the game plays, what the levels were like, the music, the soundtrack, and of course the minor changes in the game, such as the 60 FPS, the 1080p, and the enhanced UI. So let's answer the major question first. Is Pac-Man World Repacked worth it? Well, considering its $30 price tag, I would say no, not really. I would say this is about a $20 game. While it is an older game, and it's definitely smoother, and Bandai Namco has always made great games, I just felt like Pac-Man World Repacked is a very short game. It really does feel like an era of its time. It felt like something that was lesser than Mario 64 or a Banjo-Kazooie back then, and maybe even Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. It just doesn't reach those heights. It's not a bad game. It's actually very fun. I thought the gameplay was super smooth. I thought Pac-Man controlled fantastically. Again, I have no reference from the previous or the first Pac-Man World, but something about the game just felt a little too easy all the time. Like, you can't really fall off in a lot of areas. There's a lot of invisible walls to help you. The enemies are really more of an option. This game actually reminds me of Bomberman Hero. It kind of had that same vibe. It doesn't have the 3D open world like elements that Bomberman Hero had in some levels, but it really does a lot of things similar to it. It's a lot of 2D planes that you could go between depths of it, not Little Big Planet style, but kind of wherever the level brings you to do it. The enemies are more of there to, quote, enhance your score. Granted, that doesn't really matter. And you're really looking for collectibles the whole time. It does a lot of things well, it just doesn't do them great. It's not as memorable. In the game, there are 24 levels overall, as there are 6 worlds, 3 levels each, and 1 boss for each of them. The bosses are actually the best part of the game. I would say I had the most fun just going against these bosses. A lot of them were unique, all had different elements to them. They never felt the same, and honestly, they had a Galaga reference, and you have a race car first-person view, which is cool because Bandai Namco does do the Mario Kart GP arcade cabinet. So I just thought it was awesome. They controlled super fun. Now, again, Pac-Man and all the controls are fantastic. I played on PC, so it ran at 60 FPS. The game was super smooth, but I also have a Switch review copy, and I did play it handheld for a bit, and it is noticeable at 30 FPS. It probably dipped to like 24 once or twice. But other than that, the game runs fantastically well. I mean, it's super smooth. Do not worry about that. But again, story is kind of irrelevant. But I think my biggest gripe with the game is honestly the music. Every song felt like a remix of the Pac-Man theme, or it started off with it, and they were unmemorable tracks. I mean, they were just so boring. And then there's these weird parts where, like, these sound effects, I'm not really sure what the word is to call them because they weren't part of the track, would just overpower the music or just didn't go with it at all. And it actually threw me off of a loop more than anything. But yes, I did have fun playing the game. That's the most important thing. I think Pac-Man World Repacked is a look back on what platformers were like. I don't think this game is worth $30. I do think the game is worth $20, but it's still better than most 3D platformer indie experiences you could get today. I am not a fan of indie 3D platformers, so playing this, I was a little worried it was going to feel like that, and it honestly never did. It just felt like I was going from point A to B as quick and smooth as possible. The difficulty does ramp up a little bit between the worlds 5 and 6, but nothing crazy where you're going to be like, wow, I can't play this game anymore. If you have trouble with platformers, this game will probably take you 6 hours. If you were like me, it took me about 3 hours to do it, and I'm thinking about speedrunning it so I could do it in under 30 minutes. But that is everything with Pac-Man World Repacked. Super fun game, very condensed, short game. I would like to see them remake Pac-Man World 2 because everyone says that's the best one. And overall, Pac-Man's trying to come back. Pac-Man's got a movie set up for the future. I think people are trying to gauge how interested other people are in Pac-Man. We don't really see him too much, even if he is a video game mascot. It's more of he's kind of a relic of the past. He's no Mario or Sonic or even Link at this point, where everyone can recognize him. Pac-Man is something that is equated with old arcade games and references in movies. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. I will see y'all in the next one, and, well, let me know if you pick it up. Thank you.